Welcome to this latest installment of Greensboro Business Profiles. I'm your host, Carla Banks. Join me as I feature a variety of business owners who choose to call Greensboro their home. It goes without saying, the small business community is critical to our local economy. Greensboro Business Profiles highlights their services and celebrates their contributions. Let's meet today's profile.
My motivation for branching out and starting my own private practice was a result of me wanting to be able to show up in this field of mental health authentically. I was able to start my therapy career with a local agency, Peculiar Counseling. Absolutely loved them. They taught me everything, taught me a lot of what I know now. And so just being able to see the effect that I had and knowing how much of a leader I am, I wanted to be able to see, if this could be possible. And it has been thus far, and just being able to show up in both of my passions of social work, therapy, and fashion, and being able to make that all live in one place. Theranista is therapist and fashionista put together. So a couple years ago in 2018, I started a fashion styling company, and it was originally called Fetch Fashions because I was obsessed with the term fetch. And I am very much so a girl's girl. I love to dress up. I love to have all of the razzle dazzle. And so I enjoyed at the time styling people. So I was styling photo shoots, local business brands, just all types of ventures I had gotten into. And so I was like, okay, I was also a therapist at the same time. So I was like, okay, how can I make this live in one place? I was like, it just came to me. I was like, Theranista. I was like, I can make this work. I can really make this work. And so ultimately the business is Theranista Wellness, helping you look as good as you feel and feel as good as you look. Being able to speak this message of you can't just work on the outer without working on the inner, and vice versa. Like, we have to be able to become our whole best self and how we present to the world from an internal and external perspective. They love being able to come into a safe space that I've created, because ultimately when I show up in the consultations, I like to call them a vibe check. Like, this is where we meet and greet, because I'm very big on people finding their therapist, especially for men. When men go into therapy, they know the type of therapist that they desire. So they know if they would like to see an African-American female, they know if they would like to see a Caucasian female, they know if they would like to see a man, Caucasian or African-American. Men know what they want going into therapy. So me being myself does not bother them. And I made sure in my marketing, in my overall aesthetic, that it wasn't too girly, because I did want to attract men. I want to attract all people to be able to come in and seek wellness. I really enjoy being able to teach my clients skills, because they have a running joke, and they don't even know it amongst everyone, where they say, I make life seem so simple within the green walls. And I tell them it is that simple. When you all take the skills that we discuss in here and you apply it in your real life situations, life is really that simple. And they come back and they're like, so I did what you told me to do and it worked. And I'm like, I know, yay. So it's me being able to teach them the necessary skills, because they don't have a therapist in their pocket. So I tell them I can't go down into Thumbelina form and be with you all over the place. That's not the thing. But here are some skills, right? Skills to deal with anxiety, skills to deal with depression, skills to be able to improve your overall gratefulness in life. And so those are some of the things that we discussed, just going over life's transitions and life's problems, because they're there. But one of the things that I tell them is that when you come to therapy, we're dealing with all of life, right? So the good thing is, if you start therapy and we're dealing with everything that has happened before today, when life happens tomorrow, it's not as heavy, because you don't have yesterday's stuff and what's in front of you stuff. You're just dealing with what's in front of you, and it makes life a little bit easier, a little bit manageable. One of the things I tell especially my teenagers, is that because there is this unfortunate pattern of self-harm behaviors, of cutting and just doing various things. And so usually I get teenagers that don't like talking to their parents, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. If you don't want to talk to them, but you have to talk to me. We have to be able to create that trust bond in here so that I can make sure that you are safe. And I tell them, I said, you know, there are certain things I got to check in with your parent. You're a minor. We just can't be in here talking and what your parents don't know. I said, so how about we create a plan? We're going to talk about what I'm going to talk to them about. But if at any moment you are a danger to yourself or somebody else, I have to let them know. And they're like, okay, I will let you know when I'm feeling as though I want to harm myself or I'm feeling as though I want to harm somebody else. And I ask them straight on. I don't sugarcoat anything. I say the necessary words because that's an effective therapist. We don't hide from the word suicide. We don't hide from the word self-harm, cutting, those various things. Are you doing these things? And what does this look like? What are the triggers, right? And what is our safety plan going to look like? You know, how much life do you still want to live? And so I ask those direct questions, and that's how we get great results. This has become my home. I'm originally from Jacksonville, Florida, and I came up here for college. And so in my trying to figure out where I was going to, I guess, start my adulting life, my mother made it very clear, you cannot come back. So you need to figure it out up there because you can't come back. This is not where you're supposed to be. And I said, okay. I said, well, I'll figure it out. And so I ended up coming back to Greensboro. I tell everybody, don't ever burn bridges, because I ended up being offered the job from my internship from my senior year in my undergrad. And I had always maintained that relationship while in grad school. And I came back here and I had created a village here. And so my godmother, I asked her, I said, hey, you know, I'm coming back. Can I come stay with you for a while? She said, yeah. So that's where this is how I started. I loved being able to come back to Greensboro. Greensboro has been great to me. I mean, even my alma mater, A&T, I absolutely love them. I give them so much credit, and just the city overall has been so good to me. And so being able to start my business here and give back to the very place that gave me so much has been awesome. So everybody can reach me at www.theranistawellness.com. That is Theranista wellness.com. All of my social media handles are at Theranista, at Theranista. And you can also look me up by my name, Alysha Williams.
I hope you enjoyed meeting today's business profile. If you are a business owner who would like to be featured, or you want to nominate someone for Greensboro Business Profiles, send me an email. I look forward to hearing from you and spotlighting our next business profile.